Well, class, welcome to this course in Modern Cultures, Human 2. And this is your professor, Dr. Peter Lee, and I'd like to welcome to the class for 2021. Now, whether we're talking about modern cultures or old world cultures or the class in world religions, we're talking about a branch of education called the humanities. So the first question is, what are the humanities? What do they encompass? Is it going to be art, sculpture, music, drama? But what are the humanities in themselves? So that's a question which we will look at in the first week of this course. What are the humanities? Now, a second question is, how relevant are the humanities to us in the year 2021? How relevant are they to you as a student? How relevant are they to me as an instructor? Can we learn from the humanities? Can we use or encompass the humanities in this disastrous period which we have of the coronavirus pandemic? Are there new avenues of thought, new avenues of expression, new artistic expressions that we can learn from in this course of modern culture? And I believe there are. The question arises about the appreciation of art. Is it something that we are born with? We have an innate appreciation of art? Or is it something that perhaps that we learn after we are born? We come back to John Locke's tabula rasa. Are we born with a clean slate and we add to that slate after we're born? Or is it something that we have in our sort of genes, that we are naturally creative, naturally artistic? I believe that the humanities are something we can appreciate even if we're not actually born with any sort of artistic ability. I think in my own case, I reflect back to, I must have been about 10 years of age, and the teacher brought into the class this sort of wind-up gramophone with a 78 RPM record on top, and it was Rhapsody in Blue by George Gershwin. I did not like Rhapsody in Blue. I don't think I like it to this day. And so I for many, many years, while at school, I really didn't have the appreciation for art in any form. My aunt did have me do piano lessons, didn't last very long. Violin lessons that I think lasted less time than the piano lessons. And so really the artistic expression didn't come to a lot later. And as I reflect back over the year 2020, in 10 months I attended all 31 major operas. And over the Christmas period I saw 3 ballets. Of course, Tchaikovsky's Nutcracker Suite is a great one for Christmas, Swan Lake Ballet by Tchaikovsky, and Alice's Adventures in Wonderland with a Cheshire Cat. Marvellous, wonderful things. So what I'm hoping is that this course will not only give you an academic, will give you a grade academically, but it would do something a little bit more. It would open up your artistic expression. So let me give you a few examples. In the a number of years ago, the Seven Oaks Camera Club in England came up with an idea of water. How could we depict water in a photographic image? So this is my question to you. If you were to portray water photographically, how would you do that? Perhaps you might want to do that with an oil or watercolor, or graphically, pencil, crayon. But photographically, how would you portray water? So my work took me about 8 weeks from start to finish to come up with my theme of water. So I'm going to show you my picture of hydrocephalus, or water on the brain. So this is my notion of water. November the 19th, 2020, a couple of us went to Yosemite National Park and we took quite a number of pictures. I think I took about 375 pictures that day in Yosemite National Park. I take a lot of pictures. So if you were to portray Yosemite National Park, how would you portray Yosemite National Park in a photographic image? And here is my image of Yosemite National Park. There was also a tree that was broken all just above the stump. It was about 6 foot tall, and most people would pass by this wreck of a tree. How would you portray a stump of a tree? And here is my picture of a tree in Yosemite National Park. Yesterday, which was what we call Boxing Day in England, which was December the 26th, there was an almighty racket outside my house in my garden, and the culprit was a California scrub jay, making a terrible noise. So I grabbed my camera and I thought, well, I'm going to shoot this bird, not literally with a gun, but with my camera. And so here is my picture of a blue jay, or what we call a California scrub jay, and this is my interest in photography and bird photography as well. So what I'd like to suggest is that by studying modern culture, by studying the humanities, this is going to open up an appreciation of art, appreciation of nature. And we're all housebound, most of us are housebound with coronavirus. It will give you new opportunities to find ways to express your artistic ability. How powerful is this? A number of years ago, I taught this class on campus at Columbia College, and we were talking about art, the fact that at the Legion of Honor, there was an exhibition of old masters and art, and I said to the class, if you want to have extra credit, then please go to the exhibition, bring me back a copy or the entry ticket and a synopsis of the exhibition, and you will qualify for extra credit. But I said there is one particular piece of art, it's an old master, it's by Titian. Now whatever you do, do not just walk past the Titian. Stand in front of it about 10 minutes and let it speak to you. And it should speak to you subjectively. And one of the students came back and said, Professor, I had absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Stand in front of an old master, a Titian, and let it speak to you. She said, 10 minutes? She said, I stood in front of this Titian for 20 minutes and it spoke to me. It was the most moving, subjective experience I've ever had. That was my student, that's what she wrote in her paper. And this is what I'd like to suggest to you, that this class in modern culture will open up new avenues of expression, new ways to express yourself, new hobbies if you like, whether it be painting, art, drama, poetry, music. This is a course to inspire what we call the little grey cells. And so, yes, the grade is important. To get your degree is important. But to find new ways of expressing yourself and to open up this artistic expression is absolutely important, and it will just expand your horizon So I trust you will enjoy the course. I certainly enjoy the humanities, as you can tell. And so my first suggestion is do look at the syllabus. There is a course requirement checklist quiz that you need to complete by the first Wednesday of the course. So, please please do the course requirement checklist quiz. If you don't complete the course requirement checklist quiz, you'll be what we call persona non grata. You'll be just sort of dropped from the class without any sort of further notice. So do complete the quiz. So I would like to welcome you to this course in Modern Culture, Human 2, in the spring of 2021. I trust you'll appreciate the course, that it will be meaningful to you, that you'll get a good grade. Do let me know how I can be of further help, and welcome to the class. This is your professor, Dr. Lee. Thank you.